Welcome to Monarchy News. Whether it's breaking news from Buckingham Palace, the latest moves of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, or surprising twists inside royal households across the world, Monarchy News keeps you informed, entertained, and ahead of the headlines. You are not going to believe what just happened. Hours before the Ballon d'Or ceremony kicks off in Paris at the Théâtre du Châtelet, Prince Harry has been absolutely ripped apart on live TV, and the internet cannot stop talking about it. The man behind this public takedown? None other than Jon Stewart. Yes, the legendary American comedian went straight for Harry's credibility, mocking his constant chase for the spotlight, and it left Harry's image in tatters. The timing couldn't be worse, because the world's eyes are on Paris, but instead of football legends being the center of attention, Harry is trending for all the wrong reasons. On his show, Jon Stewart didn't hold back one bit. He called Harry out for, in his words, trading titles for attention and questioned whether he had achieved anything meaningful outside of his royal name. The audience erupted in laughter, and clips of the moment are already going viral across social media. People are saying Stewart said what millions have been thinking but never said out loud. Imagine trying to blend into one of the most prestigious sporting nights of the year, only to have your reputation shredded hours before by one of America's sharpest political satirists. Brutal. Now here's the kicker, Harry doesn't even have a formal role or invitation at the Ballon d'Or. French media has been very clear on that. He's not a presenter. He's not a guest of honor, and he's not on the official list. Yet somehow, his name keeps popping up around the event, making it seem like he's desperate to insert himself into circles that don't really want him there. This isn't Buckingham Palace where he once had automatic status. In Paris, especially at the Ballon d'Or, the stage belongs to football icons, not ex-royals clinging to relevance, and you can feel the backlash in Paris. Local commentators are openly mocking him, saying it's laughable that Harry thinks he belongs anywhere near this event. This isn't about charity work. This isn't about speeches on mental health. This is football's biggest night. To many, his shadow hanging around the ceremony feels like a distraction rather than an addition. The Ballon d'Or celebrates greatness, athleticism, and achievement on the pitch. Harry, by comparison, is being painted as a man with no achievements in the very field being celebrated. The whole situation is even more uncomfortable when you consider the ceremony is being hosted by Kate Scott and football legend Ruud Gullit. Insiders close to the production have said they're focused on the athletes, on the magic of the game, and there's absolutely no room for offstage royal drama. The irony is that Harry seems to generate headlines wherever he goes. But this time, those headlines are humiliating. Instead of a red carpet glow, he's associated with ridicule and controversy before the night even begins, and Jon Stewart really hammered on the contradictions in Harry's public life. One moment he's preaching about privacy and the need to live outside the spotlight, and the next he's signing multi-million-dollar deals with streaming platforms to broadcast his story. He walked away from royal duties but still uses his title when it benefits him. Stewart simply pointed out what's obvious: the hypocrisy is becoming impossible to ignore. This wasn't just comedy, it was a sharp critique that resonated with people worldwide. If that wasn't enough, French tabloids are now running with Stewart's line of attack. They're calling Harry an imposter prince, suggesting he abandoned his responsibilities but continues to cling to the privileges. Those words sting, especially coming from media outside the UK. In France, where royal titles carry little weight, the narrative is brutal. Harry is no longer respected as a royal, and he isn't admired as a celebrity. He's caught in this awkward middle ground, and critics are tearing him apart for it. So right now, just hours before the world celebrates Lionel Messi, Kylian Mbappe, and Erling Haaland at the Ballon d'Or, the conversation is partly about Harry's humiliation. Instead of blending into the background or showing quiet dignity, his reputation is once again on trial. Stewart's takedown has amplified what many were already whispering: Harry is out of place, out of touch, and out of credibility. And honestly, if this is the kind of attention he was hoping for in Paris, it's backfired in the most spectacular way possible. What makes this whole thing even more ridiculous is how out of place Harry looks when you put him next to the real stars of the Ballon d'Or. Tonight is all about football legends: Messi, Mbappe, Haaland, names that have defined greatness on the pitch. These are men who've broken records, lifted trophies, and inspired entire generations. And then there's Harry, a man with no connection to football, no sporting legacy, and no reason to even be in the conversation. The contrast is painful. It's like trying to bring reality show drama into the Champions League final. Nobody asked for it, and it doesn't belong, and French audiences are noticing. Polls and opinion pieces out of Paris are showing Harry as one of the least admired public figures right now. Think about that. In a city that embraces global celebrities, musicians, artists, and athletes, Harry is being singled out as someone people don't want to see. Instead of being respected as a guest, he's treated as a sideshow, an unwanted reminder of royal drama that has nothing to do with the pride of football.